Welcome everyone to my platform. Welcome. It has been a grateful day for me, and I do say grateful in spite of it's been grateful. But I want to come to you very briefly. When the enemy looks like he is winning, trust the process because he's really not winning. You know, the enemy can set up things and it looks like that you're not going to win. It looks like that it's over. Everything is over. It looks like that you're going to fall. It looks like that everything is crumbling around you. It looks like that you're not going to be successful. It looks like you're not going to get the career that you have been praying for, or that job, or it looks like that you're not going to get, a position or a raise. It looks like you're not going to get that home or that car. And it looks like you'll never be financial stable. Okay? It looks like that you're not going to be in the best of health. See, this is the trick of the enemy, how he so quickly get our minds off of the things of God. Then someone has to remind you of the promises that God has made to us, his people, his children. But sometimes we can get off track and we can get off focus and look at the situation that is surrounding us and the current situations that we are facing. And I can remember when my mom first got into the rehab, it looked like that she wasn't getting better. It looked like that, it was doomed. It was over. It looked that way. It appeared that way. But I kept praying. I was afraid, and I'm just being real. I was afraid, and I know that God has not given us the spirit of fear, but love, power, and a sound mind. I knew that. But when you're walking in a situation and you looking at it every day, you walking in there and you looking at this situation, and it's real. Like I said the other day, the struggle is real. And you have the faith, you love God, but sometimes we can get weak in our faith, and we need a little pickup. We need somebody to come through and encourage us and say, you know what, let me pray for you. Let me pray for you, because you are going through some things, and I know that your faith is stronger than that. I know that you're a woman or a man of God, but let me pray for you. Let me carry your torch. Let me pray for you. Let me fast for you, because you're in a season and in a time that you need some help. You need some support. You need the love. So it may not be sickness. It may not be nothing like that, but sometimes we can get in a crunch, in a financial crunch, and we see no way out. We can get in these dead relationships, and we like, there's no way out of here. I'm doomed. I have 16 kids. I have 5 kids. I have 3 kids. I'm married to a liar, a cheater, a stealer. I'm married to someone who always lusting and lying to me and talking down to me and talking all in my clothes. I get tired of that. So we deal with different situations every single day. But if we continue to look at the circumstances, then the enemy knows how to place the things that we so care about, that we so desire, that we are so in love. He knows that the things that we desire or we care a lot about, those are the people, or those are the situations that he will attack most in our area. In the area that we are so caution about, that we take good care of it. And as I walked every day into my mom's room, or it could be in her room, or dealing with just situations in my life in general, but that was on top of everything else that I was dealing with. And I kept encouraging myself every day. I say, she's going to get better. You got to stay focused. Vicky, you can't get your eyes off the prize. You can't get your focus off of what God said to you. Sometimes it could be a constant battle because your mind is so bombarded over the circumstances and over the situations that you are dealing with. But we got to know that greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world. We got to know this. But sometimes when our fertile ground gets shaken, sometimes when we go through things and situations and problems that do not feel good, and we're looking at the time, oh Lord, when will you deliver me? When will you bring me out? But we go through things, and God allow us to go through things to make us stronger, to make us wiser, to make us to trust in him. I mentioned yesterday when I was talking to this young lady, I said, you know what? If God told us everything and he had everything mapped out, he had the blueprints for us, the blueprints of our life, and he showed them to us and he put them in our lap, what is the purpose of having him if we know everything about us, about our life? So if we had all the blueprints and all the plans, and God say, okay, turn to the left, you're going to do this, you're going to meet so-and-so, you're going to get in a financial bind, you're going to get this taken away from you, you're going to get that old sickness going to come up on you. If he told us everything, then we would not need him. So the God that I serve, I'm so glad that he don't tell me everything. And he's not going to ever tell us anything, because he wants us to listen to him, to trust him, and trust the process. That's all I kept hearing. I kept hearing in my spirit. I heard that over and over. Trust the process. I'm working on you. I'm working on some things. As I work on you, in these circumstances, these situations that's trying to bombard your mind, that's trying to take over you, that's trying to consume you. He said, trust the process. Can you trust me? And we sometimes say, yes, Lord, we trust you, but we started hitting bumps. We started turning around curves, going around the corners and hitting all curves and bumps. We all up on the sidewalk, you know. But we trust in him. Now, if we really trust him, why are we not standing still and waiting on him? But we getting in a hurry, and we started trying to go around the curves, the curve balls. I talked about curve balls yesterday. Not yesterday, but 2 or 3 days ago. Talking about them curve balls, how we be ducking and dodging, but sometimes they hit us and make us go through some things that we had no idea. And I thought about the things that we go through life, and life take us through some curveballs, and it hit us all of a sudden. We never would have thought that this would happen. that will happen. We will have to go through things in our life that don't feel comfortable. We will have to accept some things temporary, and we will have to hold our peace when we want to speak. We will have to just stay content in everything we do when we really want to act a fool. But when the peace of God is upon you, He will give you all understanding. And so as we wait upon the Lord, He will renew our strength. But sometimes we get so eager that we want to do it on our own. Sometimes we get tired of waiting and waiting and waiting. I heard this young lady, well, she's about in her 50s. And she said, I'm tired of waiting on my husband. I think she was in her 50s or early 60s. But anyway, she said, I'm tired of waiting on my husband. So she decided to move. And she decided to go out and get her husband. Now, how y'all already know that's out of order right there. Because the man is the hunter, not the woman. But she decided to go out and find her somebody instead of him finding her. And right today, she is still reaping what she sowed. She's living in hell. She's living in chaos. She can't sleep. Her mind is bombarded with a lot of things just because sometimes we can jump ahead of God and we get in the way because we don't want to wait. I learned my lesson. I had to hit some curveballs. I had to hit some low valleys. I had to hit rock bottom. And I had to hit all the way down to hell. It felt like hell. And when I came up and the Lord blessed me, but I was taught when I hit rock bottom. I was in a place where I couldn't run no more. I couldn't ask nobody for nothing. I totally had to depend on God. And when you hit that rock bottom place of no return and there's no way out, then you don't have a choice but to listen and learn, going through the process. See, life sometimes don't feel good, but we got to go through the process. We have to endure some things, and while we're enduring some things and going through the process, I prayed every day that the Lord would teach me something while waiting and going through the process. It was hard knock school, especially when things hit you all of a sudden, catch you off guard. And you have to go through the process. And every day, while I was going through the process, I was taking notes. I was writing it down. But I was going through the process hurting. I was going through the process not only hurting, but trusting. I said, Lord, I trust you. I trust you. I would cry and I would fall out a little bit. I would just say, oh, Lord, why this? And God say, stop saying why. Stop getting your eyes off what I have to tell you. Stop that. Stop, because you're talking too much and you're not listening. But if you just be quiet and remain in your position, then I will bring you out. It's some things that I'm trying to show you, and it's some things that you need to learn. You see, it's some things that will teach us about life if we will learn and be quiet and endure through the process. So when I heard that, I didn't hear it the first time. I definitely didn't hear it the second time. But that third bump, I heard it. And I began to get my pen out and my paper out, and I began to jot down things, and I began to listen. And I came up with this. I said, Lord, whatever you have for me is for me. And no devil in hell can take it, because you designed it especially for me. But we have to go through a process. That's part of life. And as I talked to that young lady yesterday, and she made this statement, which was a true statement. She said, we all going to have to cross that road one day. We all going to have to die. And we all going to have to cross it one day. Nobody exempt. And I say, you are right. I say, but until we cross it, make the best life that God has given you. In spite of what surrounds us, in spite of what we go through, make it your very best life. And I want to leave somebody with this. I see a lot of people trying to be like other folks. You're unique. Be yourself. Don't try to be like nobody else, because nobody else can beat you being you. Okay? Nobody else can beat me being Vicky. So I got my own uniqueness, and I know that nobody will ever be like me. There's only one Vicky right here in this body. And can't nobody take this Vicky place. There's other names. There's other people named Vicky. But this Vicky right here, I'm the originator, baby. And can't nobody take my place. Can't nobody do it like me. So once I learned that I'm unique in my own uniqueness, in my own way, that God have designed just for me with my name on it, why be a carbonator? Or why be a copycat? Why you want to be somebody else instead of being yourself? The beautiful you that God has created. And the last thing I want to leave with y'all, these celebrity shows that you guys be watching, y'all can't act like them. Y'all can't live like them. Okay? One thing, they got more money. And the reason why they have more money, because they know they get on these shows and do what y'all ask them to do, and they're going to really perform for you to bring the more money in. Quit trying to live the lifestyle that the celebrities live. Because we get these knockoff things. Because the real Gucci bags and Louis Vuitton bags, we can't afford them. Let's be real. We can't afford them. The real one's gonna cost you, baby. So stop getting in debt. Trying to live like the celebrities. But you live the life that you can afford to live. Because I'm not going to do it, because I already know I can't give me a $1.5 million home. So whatever my budget can afford, that's what I get. So I just wanted to put that out there, because I see a lot of people on these social media sites trying to live a luxury life, but crying at night, pacing the floor at night, and can't sleep at night. Debt up to their head. And they still losing. Beautiful home, showboating. But at night, if you're not comfortable and can't sleep in it, what good is it doing you? What good is it? Live your best life. I don't care if you go out there and get a $2 outfit. You dress that baby up and you make it look like $1 million on you. Live your best life. You don't have to shop at the Galleria. You don't have to shop at these expensive places. There's too many outlets. But live you. Live you. Do you. And live your best life. All right? So I just wanted to put that out there. But I love y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel, Vicki Johnson. Make sure you share. Make sure you like. Thumbs up. And I'll see you soon. I'm out. Thank you. Bye-bye.